I know, as a college educated individual, as someone who ate what he killed, as someone who was paid based on commissions of what he earned, I should be against the unions. Well, I was up until I got to thinking about it. Now that I'm basically building my wealth based on the success of companies, I live in the United States. I live in an economy that is driven by the consumer. So if Jeff Bezos makes more money, does that help me, or does it help me if his workers make more money and then have more money to spend on goods and services, which then turns into profits for Amazon, and the price of Amazon goes up? I'm better off if his distribution center workers are making more money than if Jeff is. And that's the way it is. So I'm on the line. I'm on strike. I want those workers to make more money so their companies make more money and my stock prices go up. Let's look into this a little bit further.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, let you and I be selfish about this. We're investors. We want companies to do well. Our economy is 80% a consumer-driven economy, which means that if we buy goods and services, the companies that are predominant in the stock market do well. And when they do well, the stock prices go up and we do well. So let's be selfish and let's focus on General Motors. They're the one that's out in front on this thing right now. And that's where the comparison is. So let's see, what is the disparity that they're talking about? That they need a 40% increase in salary. They need to come down to a 4-day work week. They want to get rid of their 401k and put a pension plan back in. They want job security. Is that good for me? Is that good for General Motors? Who's it good for? Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? Well, let's look and see what the playing field looks like right now. And I'm going to focus on their CEO, Mary Barra. Okay, here's what the numbers are. Mary this year will make $28,979,570. Okay, the average hourly employee at General Motors makes $86,000. So Mary is making 337 X of what her employees are. Okay, I got no problem with Mary making all that money. If that's what the board of directors thinks she's worth, that's fine. What I got a problem with is that if these workers don't actually keep their jobs, keep themselves paid, they can't go buy boats and cars and food. They can't buy the things that are going to drive the prices or the stock prices up of the stocks I own. Mary isn't, if she makes, like she did, she got about a $7 million raise from 2019 to 2022. She didn't buy any more food. She didn't buy any more cars. Hell, she gets her car free. So she isn't a spender. And if that money ends up in assets that are not consumer driven, my stock prices don't do better. Okay, so I want those employees to get up over $100,000 a year. They want a 40% raise. I don't know that they're going to get it, but I'm for them. And I'm going on strike to show my support of them. Okay, is General Motors the only one? No, you've got Ford and you've got Chrysler. But let's look beyond that. Let's look at what the whole situation looks like and how it is changing, because there are more companies who are on strike or threatening to be on strike now than there were 2 years ago or 5 years ago. So this is a trend. Is it a good trend? For me as an investor, I believe it is. Let's look at what the horizon looks like relative to strikes. Right now, we have United Auto Workers, and they only have 3 plants on strike right now, but there's a potential of 150,000 of them going on strike. It's going to make the supply chain a little screwed up, but what I want is for them to make more money as an investor, because I'm selfish. Right now, the Screen Actors Guild has 160,000 people on strike. The Writers Guild of America has 11,500. Robert Woods Johnson's hospital nurses. There are 1,700 of them on strike. And then we have some possible strikes in the wins. That's the Service Employees Union, 11,000. And then the Association of Professional Flight Attendants, that's 26,000. That adds up to a total of 360,200 potential strikers that we, as investors, want them to get paid more. We want that distribution of income to flow down to those people who can buy the goods and services, who can ring the cash register at Amazon, who can subscribe to the Netflix channels, to bring the prices of our stocks up. Because Google's going to be offering them a subscription service to give them access to AI. And I need them to be able to pay $19.99 a month to have access to Google or Microsoft or Apple's AI. I need them to be subscribers. And if this disparity, because Mary can only subscribe once, okay? So if she gets another $7 million raise, that doesn't benefit me. No, I want that $7 million going to her auto workers because I need them subscribing to Netflix. I need them subscribing to whatever subscription service that Amazon puts out because that's what I'm investing in. I know this is selfish, but it's what has to happen for my stock prices to go up. So I want you to think about that. I want you to go and throw your disapproval to me in the comments. I want to hear how you interpret what I just told you. Like me or dislike me, I don't care. I want to open up a forum here because I don't think most of us have ever given this any thought. We have said, oh, those people, those union workers, they don't deserve to have a 4-day work week. They don't deserve to have a 40% raise. Well, Mary got a 33% raise. So why wouldn't they get something equivalent? Is it right that we are building this status of millionaires, almost $30 million a year to run General Motors? Does that make any sense whatsoever? It's just a car company. Okay, that's my take on this strike situation. I want to hear your take. What do you think? Is this good for our economy? Is it bad for our economy? Is it good if we bring workers back to the United States with good wages? Yeah, it means my car is going to cost a little bit more. But if my stock portfolio goes up 20, 30% a year, I can afford a new car. And Mary does not need another $7 million in salary and benefits. She just doesn't need it. Neither does Jeff Bezos. Neither does Elon Musk. But then Elon Musk doesn't pay himself anything. He is kind of on my field. He makes his money in stock options. Hey, maybe that's how Mary should be paid. Maybe she should get a salary of $120,000 a year and then get stock options. So if her stock price goes up, she makes more. That sounds to me like a win-win-win. That's Mary, her workers, and you and I. All right. Tell me what you think of this. Am I all wet, or are you joining the strike line with me? Let's talk more about this tomorrow.